Dolly Parton's life is often told as a rise from poverty to global fame, but the deeper truth is more complex than a simple success story. It is a long, difficult journey shaped by hardship, rejection, artistic conviction, and an unusual kind of emotional intelligence that turned pain into creativity and ambition into generosity. Born into a world of extreme poverty in the Appalachian Mountains, she did not inherit opportunity or privilege. Instead, she inherited resilience, imagination, and an early understanding that survival often depends on finding light in dark places. Her voice, personality, and songwriting ability were evident long before the world recognized her name. Yet recognition did not come easily. The entertainment industry she entered was competitive, skeptical, and often dismissive of anyone who did not fit its expectations. Dolly Parton, with her distinctive voice, appearance, and rural roots, faced barriers that could have ended her career before it began. What makes her story compelling is not only that she succeeded, but how she sustained that success while remaining deeply connected to her origins. Over time, she became not just a country music star, but a cultural figure whose influence reached far beyond music. Her journey reflects themes of identity, autonomy, endurance, and generosity, showing how a person shaped by scarcity can ultimately build abundance not only for herself, but for millions of others. 1. Childhood in the Smoky Mountains. Dolly Parton was born in rural Tennessee in a one-room cabin where survival depended on constant effort and shared sacrifice. Her family lived in extreme poverty, raising 12 children in conditions that lacked electricity, running water, and basic comfort. Winters were harsh, and food was often limited to simple, repetitive meals. Despite this, her childhood was not defined solely by deprivation, but also by a strong sense of family unity and emotional warmth. Her father worked physically demanding jobs with inconsistent income, while her mother provided stability through care, faith, and music. Singing became a daily presence in the household, not as entertainment, but as emotional support. It was in this environment that Dolly first encountered music as something powerful enough to transform hardship into hope. At school, however, she experienced social humiliation due to her poverty. Other children often judged her clothing and background, creating an early awareness of social inequality. These experiences shaped her personality, giving her both sensitivity and determination. Rather than internalizing shame, she developed ambition. Even as a child, she showed unusual creativity, writing songs and performing in local settings. By early adolescence, she was already appearing on small radio programs. Her upbringing did not provide comfort, but it gave her a strong emotional foundation that would later fuel her artistry and persistence in the face of rejection. 2. Early musical development. Music entered Dolly Parton's life long before she understood it as a profession. In her household, singing was a natural part of daily routines, blending religious hymns, folk traditions, and emotional expression. She absorbed these influences intuitively, developing a voice shaped by authenticity rather than formal training. By the time she was a young child, she was already experimenting with songwriting. Using scraps of paper and basic tools, she began capturing emotions and stories in lyrical form. This early creative habit reflected not just talent, but an instinct for storytelling. Her songs were often simple, but emotionally direct, a quality that would later become her signature style. Her first public performances came through local radio opportunities in Tennessee. These appearances were small but important, giving her exposure and confidence. Unlike many aspiring performers, she did not rely on imitation. Instead, she developed a distinct vocal identity that stood out immediately. At 13, she performed at the Grand Ole Opry, a significant milestone for any country artist. Although young and inexperienced, she demonstrated confidence and stage presence that impressed audiences. This moment marked the transition from local talent to emerging professional artist. Despite these early achievements, financial stability remained out of reach. Music was not yet a career, but a passion sustained alongside hardship. Still, these formative years established the foundation for everything that followed: discipline, creativity, and a belief that her voice had value beyond her circumstances. 3. Arrival in Nashville and early struggles. After finishing high school, Dolly Parton moved to Nashville with little money and no guarantee of success. The city represented opportunity, but also intense competition. Thousands of aspiring musicians arrived with similar dreams, and most struggled to survive. Her early days in Nashville were marked by financial instability. She lived in cramped housing and often had to rely on minimal resources to get by. Despite these conditions, she remained committed to her goal of entering the music industry. She approached record labels, publishers, and studios, offering her songs and performances. However, initial reactions were often dismissive. Industry professionals did not know how to categorize her style, and her appearance and voice did not match mainstream expectations of the time. Rejection was frequent and progress was slow. Despite setbacks, she continued writing and performing wherever possible. She took small opportunities that allowed her to stay connected to music. Each rejection reinforced her determination rather than weakening it. She began to understand that persistence was as important as talent. Gradually, her songwriting gained attention. Her ability to express emotional honesty through simple yet powerful lyrics distinguished her from others. This period of struggle was not wasted time. It became the foundation for her later success. It taught her resilience, independence, and the importance of maintaining creative control over her work. 4. Partnership and conflict with Porter Wagoner. Dolly Parton's career changed significantly when she joined the television show of established country star Porter Wagoner. This partnership gave her visibility and introduced her to a national audience. On stage, they performed together regularly, and the collaboration initially appeared beneficial for both artists. However, behind the scenes, tensions developed. The professional relationship came with contractual limitations that restricted her creative freedom. Decisions about her music, image, and direction were often influenced or controlled by others, leading to growing frustration. While the platform provided exposure, it also created dependency. Dolly was expected to fit into a specific role within the partnership, which limited her ability to explore her own artistic identity. Over time, this imbalance became increasingly difficult for her to accept. She continued performing successfully, but internally struggled with the lack of autonomy. Her songwriting remained active during this period, often serving as an emotional outlet. Through music, she expressed feelings she could not openly address in her professional environment. The partnership ultimately became both a stepping stone and a constraint. It elevated her career, but also delayed her independence. The experience taught her valuable lessons about ownership, control, and the importance of protecting creative freedom in an industry that often prioritizes profit over individuality. 5. Independence and I Will Always Love You. Dolly Parton eventually made the difficult decision to leave her partnership and pursue a solo career. This moment required both emotional courage and professional risk, as it meant stepping away from established success into uncertainty. Before leaving, she wrote one of her most famous songs, I Will Always Love You. Although often interpreted as a love ballad, it was originally a farewell statement, expressing gratitude while asserting independence. The song captured both appreciation and finality, reflecting the complexity of ending a professional relationship that had shaped her career. When she presented the song, it carried significant emotional weight. It represented closure, not conflict. The decision to leave was not driven by anger, but by the need for creative freedom and personal growth. After separating, she faced financial and legal challenges, as leaving required resolving contractual obligations. Despite these obstacles, she remained committed to building a career on her own terms. The song later gained even greater fame through reinterpretations by other artists, but its origin remained rooted in her personal journey. It marked a turning point in her life, symbolizing both liberation and emotional maturity. From that moment forward, she fully embraced her identity as an independent artist. 6. Solo success and cultural break. Through following her transition to a solo career, Dolly Parton experienced rapid artistic and commercial success. Freed from earlier constraints, she was able to define her own musical direction. Her songwriting became more personal and her performances more expressive. During this period, she created several of her most iconic works, including songs that would become classics in both country and popular music. Her ability to blend storytelling with emotional accessibility allowed her to reach audiences across different genres. She also expanded into acting, most notably appearing in films that showcased both her humor and presence. These roles helped establish her as a multifaceted entertainer rather than solely a musician. Her public image evolved as well. She became known for her distinctive style, confidence, and openness. Rather than conforming to expectations, she embraced individuality, which contributed to her widespread appeal. Financial success followed, but it was matched by increasing influence. She was no longer just performing songs. She was shaping cultural conversations about identity, independence, and resilience. Her career during this time established her as a major figure in American entertainment. 7. Dollywood and business expansion. As her career grew, Dolly Parton expanded into business ventures, most notably the creation of Dollywood in Tennessee. The theme park became more than an entertainment venue. It represented a connection to her roots and a way to invest in her home region. Dollywood provided employment opportunities and contributed significantly to the local economy. It also reflected her desire to create something that celebrated Appalachian culture while offering joy to visitors. Beyond the park, she built a diversified business portfolio that included production, publishing, and entertainment ventures. Her approach to business was strategic, combining creativity with long-term planning. Despite her success, she remained closely tied to her origins. Her investments often reflected a desire to give back to communities similar to the one she grew up in. This balance between commercial success and cultural responsibility became a defining feature of her career. Her business achievements demonstrated that she was not only an artist, but also a capable entrepreneur with a clear vision of sustainable legacy building. 8. Literacy and the Imagination Library. One of Dolly Parton's most significant philanthropic efforts is the Imagination Library, a program designed to provide free books to children. The initiative reflects her belief in education as a foundation for opportunity. The program distributes books to children from early childhood, aiming to encourage literacy and imagination. Over time, it expanded internationally, reaching millions of families. This initiative was not driven by publicity, but by personal experience. Having grown up with limited access to educational resources, she understood the importance of early learning opportunities. The program is structured to be accessible and consistent, ensuring that children receive books regularly. It has been widely praised for its simplicity and effectiveness. Through this effort, she transformed personal history into systemic impact, helping to address educational inequality in a practical way. 9. Global philanthropy and pandemic support. Dolly Parton's philanthropy extended beyond education into healthcare and emergency response. During global crises, she contributed significant funding to medical research and relief efforts. One notable contribution supported scientific research that played a role in vaccine development during the COVID-19 pandemic. Her donation demonstrated a commitment to public health at a critical moment. She also supported disaster relief efforts, community recovery programs, and organizations focused on equality and inclusion. Her approach to giving has consistently emphasized direct impact rather than symbolic gestures. Despite her wealth, she has often downplayed her contributions, framing them as simple acts of responsibility rather than extraordinary generosity. Her philanthropic philosophy is grounded in practicality, helping where needed without excessive attention to recognition. 10. Personal life, resilience, and legacy. Dolly Parton's personal life has remained relatively private, especially her long marriage, which has been characterized by stability away from public attention. This separation between public fame and private life has allowed her to maintain emotional balance. Over the years, she has also spoken openly about emotional challenges, including stress and mental strain, while emphasizing resilience and coping through creativity and purpose. Her ability to sustain a decades-long career while maintaining authenticity is rare in the entertainment industry. She has consistently adapted without losing her core identity. Health challenges and aging have slowed her physically, but not creatively. She continues to write, reflect, and engage with her work and philanthropy. Her legacy is not defined solely by music or wealth, but by the combination of artistic achievement and humanitarian impact. She represents a rare example of sustained success paired with sustained generosity. Outro: Dolly Parton's life is ultimately a study in transformation. She began in extreme poverty, faced repeated rejection, and navigated an industry that often underestimated her. Yet she built a career defined not only by success, but by independence and integrity. Her story is not simply about fame. It is about persistence in the face of limitation, and the ability to convert personal struggle into creative and social contribution. Through music, business, and philanthropy, she has influenced millions of lives. What stands out most is not the scale of her achievements, but the consistency of her values. Across decades, she has remained committed to kindness, accessibility, and emotional honesty. Her legacy continues to grow, not because of image or branding, but because of impact. She demonstrates that success is most meaningful when it is shared, and that resilience is most powerful when it leads to generosity. In the end, her journey reflects a simple but profound idea. Where you begin does not determine where you can go, but how you choose to use what you gain determines what you ultimately become.